What's up, guys? Harley Strucking back at you again. I accidentally deleted my other video. Um, but let's do a Saturday Sunday recap. Saturday we did straight line backing again. Um, for half the day. So in the morning we took our FDA regulations, stuff like that, chapter 23 of the book. If you do go to Stevens Transport, you will get this book. It is 35 chapters long, and you do have about a week and a half to 2 weeks to finish this book. Questions aren't necessarily hard. Most of them are in the CDL handbook, and a lot of them you can answer without the CDL handbook. But it is nice to have that book to skim through, so that way you can double check, triple check, make sure everything's right. You do get rated on this in the end, so I do suggest that you go through and you answer as many questions truthful as possible without guessing. Um, so yeah, Saturday recap. We did a test for FDA regulations, chapter 23 of the book. Basically what it is it shows you how to do your paper logs, which is really important because you're going to do those every day. Shows you how to do your paper log, shows you like how many hours you can be on duty, shows you how many hours you can be on driving, shows you how many hours you can be in the sleeper berth, and things like that. It's pretty interesting, and a little bit of it is confusing, especially once you get to like the 34-hour resets and stuff like that. And if you're doing a different company or if you're on teams or something like that, it gets pretty difficult. But after the test, I missed 2 questions out of 40, so it was pretty basic quiz. It was pretty easy to remember too. The only thing I missed, I remember one of the questions was, excuse me. One of the questions was something along the lines of like, what was it? Oh, what can you do if unforeseen weather conditions happen? And the answer is you can stop over, pull over, and you get extra time on your on duty time. Um, but other than that, I don't remember the other one I missed. But yeah, so yeah, did that for all the morning until lunch, and then after lunch, I ended up going back and doing straight line back again. So let's talk. Today is Tuesday, so we're gonna make this a little longer. Let's do a Monday recap. Monday recap. I got in the truck since the Stevens guys out in the Kingsburg. There was 3 of us so far. All 3 of us have our permits, our CDL permits. So we've passed all our pre-trip, or not pre-trip. We've passed all our tests and stuff like that. And then we get our permits. So after you get your permits, you learn how to double clutch and stuff like that and shift in the yard. I will say it's not as easy as you think it is. If you've driven a truck or anything like that, it'll probably be cake for you. You know what I mean? But if you haven't driven a truck before and you've driven a manual car, it's really hard to get used to. At least for me, it was pretty challenging. But I'm starting to get it, which is really nice. Upshifting and stuff like that's pretty easy for the most part after you get it down. Downshifting is the one that's really big because you have to push in the clutch, put it in neutral, give a big rev to like 1800 RPMs, and then pop it into that gear. But yeah, so we drove around the yard, and then after I drove around the yard for a little while, I'd take my turn, whatnot, do about 20-30 minutes or whatever, and then we go to offset. So offset is basically, let's say you're parked in a dock like this, right? So you're parked in a dock like this, but your actual dock you need to be at is like over here. So what you do is you have to go like this, and you have to angle the trailer this way. Yeah, so it'd be this way, so your trailer would go this way. So you have to angle it so your trailer and tractor goes this way into the dock. It's pretty difficult. I'm not gonna lie, there's quite a few people in our class, but it is pretty difficult. It is pretty difficult. Then on top of that, we're doing pre-trip, so we're doing a full pre-trip. So engine compartment, lights, coupling system, brake system in the front, the tractor, and the trailer sides, everything. We're literally doing everything, right? So, and then on top of that, we're also doing in-cab pre-trip inspection too, which is kind of rough. And then on top of that, we're also doing, what is it? Safety starts and air brake tests, which is pretty rough as well, because if you miss one little thing on the air brake test, you fail. Yeah. It's not like you can lose 2 or 3 points or whatever. You just straight fail. It is what it is, like you just straight fail. That's it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You fail. So we've been doing that. And then today, like I said, it's Tuesday. So Tuesday, today, we have been, I should say probably the date, huh? What's today's date? Today's the 2nd, June 2nd. Today we have did more offset and did more shifting in the yard. Shifting in the yard is pretty fun, I will say that. My instructor, Robert, really nice guy, super cool dude, really respectful, and he's really understanding. I noticed that with Mike, Brian, Victoria, everybody that I've dealt with at Careers Worldwide CDL training school that Stevens Transport sends you to, they're top-notch people, and they're fantastic. And you know what? They might be a little hard on you sometimes, or be hard asses sometimes, but they'll get you up in that truck. They will get you learning, and they will get you learning fast. And they will help you. All you have to do is ask for help. And if they see you messing up, they'll obviously help you. They'll correct you, and they'll put you in the right way. But at the same time, sorry, my thing up here is locked. At the same time, you also got to help yourself. You eventually got to learn everything yourself. So tomorrow, I already talked to the instructor. He's going to help me up twice with offset, because we used to have 2 trucks and there was like 7 people per truck. So people were only getting to go like 3 or 4 times, throughout the day. So it's kind of hard to learn offset with that, because you got to get the right angle, and then you crank that wheel. Like, let's say if you're doing left to right, you crank the wheel really hard to the left, and then you let it go. Watch the trailer swing around. They'll have like a piece of tape on the trailer that you look for. And then as soon as that thing comes on, you crank it really as fast as you can. You crank it as fast as you can. And then when you're straight, you stop. And then you use your 3/6 and your 9/6. And you back that baby in there. And they'll help you your first, second time. Stuff like that. But unless you ask for help, they ain't going to help you. Which is, I don't blame them. So you got to ask for help. If you need help, that's one big thing, is you got to ask for help. So yeah, other than that, we've been just doing those 2 things. I've been studying a little bit. I've been doing like a chapter or 2 a day. Over Sunday, I did a bunch of chapters. So I got all the way up to like, I think chapter 20. Yeah, chapter 20. And I've been doing a chapter every morning now. So I'm at 22 this afternoon. So I'm going to do the 22 tomorrow morning. Or do 22 tonight while I'm eating, and then do 23. Well, 23 is already done. So 24 tomorrow morning or something like that. I'm not really for sure yet. I'm kind of tired. I'm actually really tired. Really sunburnt, as you can see on my nose and my cheeks. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. This is a good career. I'm going to make some good money. I'm going to be able to support, myself, my girlfriend, my dog, and make this a career. And I'm really excited about it. And, Stevens Transport has been fantastic with me. And, they've been great all around. I have never had a better experience with a company. I'll be honest. I've never had a better experience with a company before. All right. It was Harley's Trucking signing out for tonight. I'll be back tomorrow. All right. Bye.